Hey everybody, it's your boy Carlos here,
And Joseph.
and this is
The
the
passenger
passenger
seat.
seat.
Welcome back, riders, to another week in the passenger seat. Today we're going to be talking about a recent topic, and that is drum roll, please. I don't have a drum. We're going to be talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus.
Yes, it's the new, just released Pokemon game that a lot of fans have been waiting for because it sort of changes the way you play Pokemon.
Yep.
So we thought we'd just talk a little bit about it, since we always kind of talk about the new Pokemon games that come out.
We do. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing a little sum up of the game so far. I've had the experience of playing it, and I've had a blast the few couple of days that I've been playing it. Um, so this game came out on January 28th, 2022, of course, and it is different from the rest of the Pokemon games, or sort of different because it is an open world RPG. Um,
Yes, even though the other games sort of have that similarity of walking around, but this one's like different.
yes, so the older Pokemon games, it's also considered an RPG, but it's very how do I say this? It's not as dynamic as
And
your
so
typical.
you're also stuck. Like there's a lot of places you can't enter.
Right. It's not like the older games are not like your typical RPGs that you see today. And with this one, we saw them take things to a fuller capacity, and I say that because in Sword and Shield, they had the wild area, which was a very open space where you could, go around, and Pokemon would pop up in what we know as the overworld. And I think they use that as sort of a template to build upon for this game.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see the because I did play that one. I can see the way because there's a lot of similarities in the like the expansiveness of it and the way the random Pokemon appear and the way
Yep.
the weather changes too.
Yes. So, you know, the story of the game, I'm not going to get too much into it. Basically, there's this space time or however you want to say it, space time dimensional rift
Time
that,
travel.
yeah, that is up in the air, and the main character, gets, spewed out of that rift, and you're on like this quest, um, mandated by God, which is Arceus himself or herself or whatever
It's an entity.
entity. Basically to just go and I think it was capture all the Pokemon. So yeah, and basically your main character gets into this world where humans and Pokemon aren't exactly as one yet. Um,
Yeah.
People are very fearful of Pokemon. They have this notion, and it's true, that Pokemon are very terrifying creatures, and humans and Pokemon can't really coexist. Um, and so, you as the main character, you get there, you're like, haha, I already know how to, I got this, and you start catching Pokemon like it's a regular Tuesday, and everybody's just surprised. He's like, oh my god, he can catch Pokemon. He's a freak, and So yeah, basically that's the story, and then you help the professor of that era or whatever
Mhm.
complete his version of the Pokedex, which is pen and paper, and yeah, so that's your journey and everything that comes with it. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it. It's not to spoil it since it's still pretty fresh, and some people may not have had the chance to get it yet.
Yes, that is true. Um, it definitely is different, and because unlike other Pokemon games, as you mentioned, catching Pokemon, that you can actually catch Pokemon in different ways, which is I don't know if this is considered spoiling or not, because I think it shows in the trailer. But you can either confront them or you can catch them from afar and do a sneak attack.
Yes.
I found out one of the interesting dynamics of this game, unlike other Pokemon games, is that when you're battling a Pokemon, obviously because it's not the same as it was as the past, they get to battle and your character still gets to walk around them while they're battling. The battle doesn't focus on the Pokemon's point of view. It actually just focuses on you watching two Pokemon fight, and you're just like moving around. And I thought that was a very interesting way to do it. Like, you're just seeing, because this is how it really is. You're literally seeing them fight. It's not like how the other Pokemon games appear to be.
Yes, and jumping on that fact, it gets to the point where if you jump in the middle of the enemy's attack, it'll actually hurt. It'll actually hurt you.
See, realistic even more.
Yeah, so I think it's not quite perfected, to what you'd think of if it was real, but it's getting there.
I personally, I didn't play the game, but I have seen the gameplays, and I have seen the reviews, and I have seen all this things that people are talking about. And I guess, I haven't played it, so obviously Joseph would be able to tell you guys even further. But one of the main complaints that I've been hearing is the graphics for the background, the open world itself, especially when you're flying, and the way you see the mountains and trees. Apparently, they look really bland, and there's not a lot of detail to it.
I don't think that's a huge issue. There is problems with the graphics and stuff, with the rendering of the background, and not only that, but with your character at some points where you're walking and it almost looks like your character has a green screen, because there's like a little white, there's like a little white outline around your character, and it looks kind of funky. And the thing is, okay, well, sure, it has some of those technical issues, but I don't think that's a hard fix. That's just them making a patch, and they could probably fix all those issues, like a high definition pack.
You could, it was because with the technology nowadays, they don't need to be like, oh, we got to make a whole new game. With the technology nowadays, you just update the game. That's it. Like, they'll update it, and you don't even have to purchase the game again.
Right. I think personally this is a great game. I'm going to get into a little bit of the aspects that I like about it so far. So if you don't want to hear too many spoilers, recommend that you put it on mute right now. Spoiler. So there's a couple of things I really do like about the game, and a couple of things that I it's like yes and no. Some people might find it good, other people might find it sort of off-putting. So now with the Pokedex, for example, there's a lot of objectives to complete with each Pokemon. So instead of being the old way where you just caught the Pokemon and that's it, you're good to go. Now you have to do a checklist of things for each Pokemon. So for example, one Pokemon will tell you that you have to catch it a certain number of times, right? It'll say, oh, you have to catch it, let's say 25 times in total. Then it'll say, oh, you have to evolve it twice. You have to watch it use a certain attack, or you have to, feed it food. And every time you tick off that list, you keep going down. So it's very grindy in a sense that you have to continue doing the same thing over and over and over. But for those people who like to do things after the main story, it's definitely a good thing, right? Because it gives them the chance to actually, it gives them playability.
I mean, that hasn't really changed much. Every person who plays Pokemon, and plays Pokemon, not just casually like me, they grind. Grinding is a part of the game. It's always been part of the game.
Yep. And the thing is, it's not terrible, because the game incentivizes you to grind. Why? For example, the rates for shinies are ridiculous. As a matter of fact, I caught my first shiny yesterday. And we're talking 3 days into the game, 3 or 4 days.
What was it? You gotta tell the audience. What was it?
It was a Krogunk. It's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Got lucky with that.
Dude, I know. And the thing is, that's the thing though. It's the chances of you, for example, the chances of you getting a certain shiny that you want, let's say, because I know one of your favorite Pokemon is Onyx. If
Yeah.
you wanted to get a shiny Onyx, all you have to do is complete its Pokedex page, and you'll have more chances to get a shiny Onyx.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, again, I've had an amazing time playing the game. I'm sorry we didn't get too much into things. We're trying to keep this short. The only other thing I'll mention is the addition of alpha Pokemon in this game.
Oh,
And
yeah.
basically, they're exactly what they sound like. They're the alpha Pokemon, and they're generally huge compared to other Pokemon. Like, dude, I caught a alpha Krogunk, and
Yeah.
so just to give you a comparison, a Krogunk maybe, obviously in Pokemon it's different, but let's say the Krogunk is this big. The alpha Krogunk was like probably here.
Well, I mean, I saw that video of the Apom,
Oh, Ambipom.
yeah, because he was huge, and he's
Yeah,
not that huge.
he's almost twice my size.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
anyways,
that begs the question because I haven't seen that portion of it, and I guess to let people out there know, when you do catch it, does it stay that size?
yes,
Okay, cool.
it does stay that size when you pop it out of its Pokeball. It's huge.
Okay, cool.
And you can also catch shiny alpha Pokemon.
That is wow.
Yeah. So I will let you know when I find a alpha Onyx, and I'll tell you how big that is because
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how big that sucker gonna be?
Onyx generally is huge. Anyways, alpha Pokemon are awesome. There's a couple other quality of life improvements in the game. Now instead of having to, how in the old games you only had 4 Pokemon moves and you had to switch them out. Now you have a whole list of moves that you can choose which ones to put on at a time.
Wow.
Which is super
That's
useful.
different.
It's super useful. It's so much better. Then you also have the you can buy pretty much everything, all the products you need to craft stuff, including Pokeballs and all these other things. There's also a lady who will sell you the items to evolve Pokemon, and you don't need to do anything with them. You know how there's Pokemon that you need to put a certain item on it, like Onyx, when he turns into Steelix, you have to put on a metal coat and then trade it.
Mm.
Now all you need to do is just give it the metal coat, and you can have it evolve.
Wow, that's actually really helpful.
I 100% agree, and Legends Arceus is a really good game. To anyone who hasn't been able to get their hands on it, or sort of been on the fence about getting it, I definitely recommend that you go and pick it up. It is a great experience, and I assure you, you will not regret it.
I will be that one of those people then. Yes, it is highly rated. Like the ratings for the game is really good. So if you guys really want to get out there and play the first Pokemon RPG, like you would say. So, and I saw the way you can fly around and ride around on your Pokemons. It's pretty sweet, actually.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's basically what we have for today. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Tell us who your favorite Pokemon is. If you've gotten Legends Arceus, I don't know, tell us what alpha Pokemon you've caught. That'd be cool. That isn't one of the like regular ones that always show up in the same spot. Tell us like a very special alpha Pokemon that you've got, or something that you're really proud of catching. Anyways,
hey, what if they're proud in catching those alphas, man? An alpha Ditto. Ooh.
Oh my god. Anyways, as always, thank you for joining us in the ride today, and hopefully you'll join us next time here in
The passenger seat.